So in the previous classes, let me give you a quick walkthrough for people who have joined for the first time. So we have discussed about bubble sort. In the last class, we have discussed about selection sort. We have discussed about what is selection sort and all those things. Yeah. Then afterwards, we have discussed one famous programming question, like how do we count the number of ovals and constants? How do we rotate an array? And how do we rotate an array using a reversal in place reversal algorithm? There's a famous algorithm that is called as reversal algorithm. Yeah, great. Then on June 28th, we have discussed about insertion sort. Then we also started with linear search and binary search. So these were the topics that we have covered so far. So today's topic is about a very simple question that we always get in the interview. Like sometimes we will be confused in the interview. So let me discuss that question with this for the starters, like reversing a number. Okay, reversing a number. It's one of the most simplest questions, but very tricky for people to. I mean, in the interview time, you might be confused. So let us see how do we solve this in two different ways. Now I have integer a equal to 450. No, 453. Now, if I want to reverse this number, how do I reverse this number? The first approach, the easiest way, first approach is what? First approach is string s3 equal to integer dot toString of a. Okay, or else I'll say string dot value of a. So I'm converting the integer to a string. Okay, so what I will do, let me write a for loop for int I equal to s3 dot length minus 1. Okay, okay, string rev equal to. So what I will do, I will say integer dot parseInt of s3. Reversed integer is okay. So this is one of the easiest ways to reverse a number. Great. Is this clear, everyone, how the reverse is happening here?
Why do we need to convert it to a string? We
Well,
cannot.
if you convert to a string, you can use your regular for loop to reverse the values.
Okay.
But what is the second approach? So without converting to string. So I'll say a equal to 982. So what I will do, the first condition is while a not equal to 0. So what I'll do here, I'm checking till the value of a is greater than 0. Okay, equal to 0. Int rev number equal to 0. Okay. Now, what do you do in a reminder? I will say a modulus 10. So what is value of a? Value of a modulus 10 is what is 982 by 10? 982 modulus 10, that will be equal to 2. Great. The ref number equal to. So what we are doing here, we are, yeah, we are increasing the digit. So if you say what is the remainder of a number here, the remainder of a number is 2. What is the value of rem number? Is just 0. So what we are doing here, I will say 0 into 10 plus 2. When I say 0 into 10 plus 2, what will happen? What is the value that needs to be present at the start? Okay. What we are doing here, we are determining what is the value that needs to be present at the start. So when I say 0 into 10 means we are trying to place our values in tens digit, 100 digit, unit digit, 1000 digit based on the number that we are passing. So what we are telling here, the value to should be present at the start. Then what I have to do, I have to divide the number by 10. What is 982 by 10? That is equal to 98. So again, I will check the condition here. What is the condition? Is 98 greater than 0? It is satisfied. Then what I will say, 98 modulus 8, 10, that is 8. Now what is the reverse of a number? I will say 2 into 10 plus 8. Then what is 98 by 10? 98 by 10 is 9. Clear? What is 2 into 10 plus 8? That is 28. Clear? Then again I'll say 9 greater than 0. What is 9 modulus 10? 9 modulus 10 is 9. Then what I will do here? 28 into 10 plus 9. That is 289. Then what I will do here? What is 9 divided by 10? It's literally 0. Okay. 0 greater than 0. Not satisfied. Then out of the loop. Is this clear, everyone? So what we are doing here, we are taking the remainder of a number, the first instance. When I say rev into 10, this will help me place the value at the right position. That means it can place the value at the first position, second position, third position. So this will help me place my digits in the appropriate positions. Clear? Is this clear with the second approach? In most of the interviews, they expect you to give the second approach, but always, if they say like you can follow any other approach, always going with the first approach is somewhat a better formula because we are all comfortable with the strings and reversing a string is pretty easier compared to reversing a number. Okay.
Yeah.
If they say specifically though don't convert to a string, then you have to do this. So what we need to do, we have to try reversing the value till the value of a is greater than 0. Like run this loop till the value of a is greater than 0. Then find the modulus of the number. Great. Then I will say ref number into 10. That means why am I multiplying into 10? Because here the concept is all about all about reversing the number. When suppose if the number is 982, then it should be 289. So where should the value 2 be? The value 2 should be at the first position. When I say 2 into 10, the value will be in the second position. When I say 2 into 100, the value will be in the third position. That means what? Considering from right to left, like when I take the value, what should be the output? 289. So the last digit should be at the first position, the second digit should be at the second position, and the first digit should be at the third position. When I say rev into 10, that means what? It will multiply the values and it will help us rearrange the order of the execution. Clear? Now, if I don't use into 10, what will happen? It will simply calculate the sum of the digits. Great. Great, Saiti, Ramesh, Avi, Aman, all good? Priya.
Yes, yes.
Same logic is applicable for decimal also.
Well, decimals cannot be applicable because decimals will have to modify the code again. But since you have asked, let's give it a try. I don't think decimals will not work out this way, but let's give it a try. The problem with decimals is when you're trying to reverse a number, that time you have to go for a string because when I take everything in a decimal value, so you will see the drawback of this solution. Okay. If I use decimals for this, you will get always a wrong value. This goes into infinity. Got it? Got it, Aman? If I use the same logic for
Yeah,
decimals,
yeah.
go into different infinity, because for integers we cannot have decimal values. That is why this logic is efficient. Whenever you are going for decimal, that is why I'm asking you to go for this approach. Anytime this approach will work for you. Okay. Clear? Any doubts? Now, if I say double, let's try this approach. Let's see how well it works for us. Parse double. Now you see, for a decimal value, how it is reversing using the string approach, Aman.
Yeah.
So that is why first approach is always a right approach if you want to deal with decimals or anything. But if you go with the second approach, what will happen? It will go to infinity. That is why we never prefer a second approach. Always go with the first approach whenever you're asked to reverse any kind of a number. Because this is a string, it considered it as a raw format of a data. So it's easy for me to shift it. Clear?
Yes.
In the interviews, this should be your answer. What happens if we go with the second approach means, well, it leads to some infinity problems. Because if I take a decimal of a number, like if I say b divided by 10, in the case of integers, I will take the value without any decimal digits. But if I take the decimals, what will happen? I'll have to go for the highest precision. Clear? Great. So I have given you the best approaches. Which one you want to follow, you can follow it. Then next thing, another popularly asked question, reversing an array. So when I say reversing an array, there are two ways to look at it. If you ask, you need to ask the interviewer. One, we need to reverse an array lexicographically, or reverse an array based on the insertion order. This is the question you need to ask to the interviewer, because when I say reversing an array, there are two criteria. Lexicographically means sort based on descending order. Clear? If they say reverse an array lexicographically means sort an array using descending order. For that we have already discussed three algorithms of how to sort the data. So you can use the three sorting algorithms and you can sort the data accordingly. Okay. But now what we are discussing, reversing an array based on the insertion order. Correct? Let's reverse an array based on the insertion order. Right? So let me say int arr equal to okay. Now let me go for a traditional approach. First approach is a traditional approach. Let me go for a traditional approach and let's see how it works. Okay. Int ref equal to new int of arr dot length. Clear? Creating another. Clear? Any doubts so far?
No.
Now what I will do for int I equal to 0, I less than arr dot length I plus plus. So what I will do now, the value 32, in this case, what will happen? Ref of 0 is equal to 32, ref of 1 equal to 67, ref of 2 equal to what? 10, and so on. This should be our approach, whatever we are doing. Great. Great. Now what I will do, I will say ref of I equal to, what should be the first value? The value that is present at the last, correct? When I say ref of 0, the value that is present at ARR, the value that is present at the last in ARR is the first value in ref. Clear? Now what I will do here? Now I will say ARR of ARR dot length minus 1 minus I. Clear? When I say ARR dot length minus 1, so why are we taking length minus 1? Because if you are not taking length, if you are only considering the length, it may go array index out of one's exception. So for that reason, since we are dealing with index based position, I will say array dot length minus 1 as the value. Clear? Array dot length minus 1 as the value based on the index position. So what we are doing here? Here, what is ARR dot length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is the size of the array? Size of the array is 7. So what we are doing here? I will be saying ref of 0 equal to ARR of 7 minus 1 minus 0. What is the initial value of I? 0, right? So what will be the output here? Ref of 0 equal to ARR of 6. Clear? So what is the value that is present at the 6th index position? 32. So that means what is happening here? Whatever the value 32 is there, it will be stored in the first index position. Clear? Now what will happen when I equal to 1? When I is equal to 1, what will happen? I will say ref of 1 equal to ARR of 7 minus 1 minus 1. So what will be the answer? ARR of 5. What is the value? 67. Clear? And this goes on and on for another set of iterations. I will say reversed array is clear. Is this clear, everyone? Are we able to reverse an array?
Yes. Yes.
You mean first approach in the sense based on lexicographically, Rahul?
No, first approach means sort based on descending order, which we have already discussed
Okay.
in sorting classes. Now this is the one we are discussing currently.
Okay, insertion order. Okay.
So when I say reversing an array, there will be multiple conditions. So in the interview, you have to below are the questions that we need to ask the interviewer.
Okay.
We
Clear?
did not do lexicographically, right? We only did it on the basis of insertion.
This has been covered in the previous sessions.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I'll give you the way. You will, since you have joined for the first class, I'll give you the access to the videos. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this clear, everyone? How do we do this in the first approach? That is the traditional way.
Yeah.
Rahul, how it is getting reversed? Like the second line number 18, 17.
17, 18. Okay. Tell me.
How it is getting reversed? I mean, the 32 is coming at 0 index.
Yeah, that is what we have written the for loop logic, right? If you see here, what is the value of I here? 0. What is the rev of 0? Rev of I. That means rev of 0. You see, what is rev of 0? That is equal to what is the value present at 6th index position of ARR6? That is 32. So what will happen here now? At the first index, the 0th index position, the value will be 32. Sumit, understand this logic. This is the key logic for swapping the data in the array in a reverse order. So what we need to do? We need to read this ARR array, the original array, from left to right. Okay. I'll use the word original so that you'll understand. Clear?
Yeah.
So Sumit, understand this arrays. Whenever we are dealing with arrays, we will be going on the basis of index-based position. So what we need to do when I'm saying reversing an array, you have to come from right to left. When I say right to left, the value 32 should be at 0th position. The value 67 should be present at first index position. The value 10 should be present at second index position. The value of 3 should be present at the value that is present at third index position should be 3. Got it, Sumit?
Yeah, Raf.
This is the expectation that we have from the array. Now what we are doing here? Now this rev array should go in forward direction and the original array should come in backward direction. So we need to read the data in the original array from a backward direction. Got it, Sumit?
Yeah, Raf.
So this rev is going in forward direction, original array is coming in backward direction. Why we need to come in backward direction? Because if we are not coming in backward direction, we cannot assign the values to it. Clear?
Yeah.
When you created this array object, reverse array object, here in int original dot length, why do you take this original dot length? Why
Because
not?
the length of the array should be same, right? For both of this. If the lengths are different, then you cannot reverse the array properly. If the reverse array and the original array have different lengths, then that is not called as a proper reversing of data. Okay.
So it means it is taking new int of 6,
7.
7. Okay.
Great. Public static void reverse array using traditional approach. Great. So let's maintain it as okay. Let me take this array. Great. Any doubts? So can we go with the second way? The second way and the most popular way that we use in any programming concept is called as a two-pointer algorithm. Two-pointer algorithm is one of the famous algorithms in programming concepts. Let's see that. What is this two pointers? So now we are discussing some algorithm called as in-place sorting. In-place reversal, sorry. We have already discussed this topic, but still we are covering it again for the sake of the people who are attending for the first time. So when I say 40, 30, 50, so what we are doing here now, this is the start position.
Rahul, are you sharing the screen? I could see.
Okay, my bad, sorry. Now you can able to see the screen.
Yes, yes, now it is possible.
Okay, now this is the start index position, that is 0. And now this is the 32nd index position. What I will say, end equal to whatever ARR dot length minus 1. Clear? So we are following a two-pointer approach. What do you mean by two-pointer? Like this, we have two different pointers in the array. Great. Now what we are doing here? Now, while start equal to 0, end equal to ARR dot length minus 1. So what is the condition we are checking? the condition here is start index position should be greater than end index position. That is the value. So what will happen here? Now when the start is equal to 0 and end is ARR.length minus 1. So once this condition is satisfied, what I am doing here? Swap the values. When I say swap the values, like in this place, instead of 32, make it 40. And here you make it 32. Now once this is done, then again shift the pointer to here. Then again shift the pointer to here. Then what is happening here? Again swap the values. 87, 30. Now again, now what is happening here? Now both start and end are having the same pointers. So your reversal is completed. So this is called as in-place reversal of data. This is the popular two-pointer algorithm that we use it. So what we are doing here, whatever the pointers are there, we are marking 2 points like a 2 sticks. Based on that, what I have to do? I have to move my pointers till it satisfies the conditions. Clear? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Any confusion? So, two-pointer algorithm is imagine like you are having 2 sticks at 2 ends of the array. Now, what we need to do, we need to swap the values. Once the swapping is completed, I have to move my pointers as close as I can when the start is less than end position. Clear, Ramesh, Priya, Saiti, Kalambe. So for people who are new to this arrays, don't worry. Like if you are hearing the word arrays for the first time, don't worry. You'll learn it eventually. Okay. But this two-pointer algorithm is one of the famous approaches that we use in most of the programming languages also. Everyone has understood this two-pointer concept, right? Once again, reconfirming so that once everyone is clear with the logic, then I'll go for the next one.
Yes, Rahul, it is clear.
Great.
So here 0 is comparing with 4, then 1, 3, and then 2.
Yes.
So start is moving forward and end is
End is coming backward. Yes.
Okay.
Second approach. What is the second approach? Using the two-pointer algorithm. This is called as in-place reversal. Okay. So what I will do here? Let me write another method. Public static void using two pointers. Great. Now, what is the start position? Equal to 0. What is the end position? Original array dot length minus 1. Great. What I will do while start less than end. So what I have to do? Let me take the variable as temp. Okay. Whatever the start value is there, what is the initial value? 0. So whatever the value that is present at 0th index position, I'll be storing this in a temp variable. So whatever value that is present at the end index position, whatever value that is present in the end index position, I'll be storing it in the start. And what shall the end value should have? Whatever the value that is stored in the temp, it should be there in the value. Clear? So initially we will check what is 0. In this case, 0 less than 7. Condition satisfied. So what is the value that is present at original of 0? What is the value present at the original of 0? Original of 0 has the value 9. So what I am doing here, temp equal to original of 0. So what is happening here? Now temp stores the value that is 9. Okay. Now when I say original of start equal to original of end, that means what? What is original of 0 equal to original of end? What is the end index position? 7 minus 1, 6. What is the value present at sixth index position?
32.
32. So what will happen here? At the first index position of the original array, the value is 32. Clear? Then what I'm doing here, when I say original of 6 equal to, what is the value stored in temp? Temp. So temp is equal to 9. So what is happening here? At the last index position, the value stored is 9. Clear? So you see how they are swapping the values? Clear? Is this clear, guys? Any doubts?
Yeah, Rahul.
So we are doing a in-place sorting, in-place reversal of data. This is what we call it as.
Okay, when we use 2 pointers, it is in place reversal then.
Yes, because we're not storing it in another array, right?
Yeah, in the same array we are reversing it. Okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that in terms of space complexity, this is better.
Okay. But time complexity also, this is only the better, right?
Yes,
Swapping.
yes. Time
Because of
complexity
this,
also this is better.
yeah, for loop, it will take a lot of time, right? So
Yeah,
this will
time
be
complexity here is O of log n,
login.
logarithmic equation.
Yeah.
This is O of log n, irrespective of what O of n, sorry. And space complexity is also O of n. Clear? Why we say O of n? Because I have to store it in a new array, right? This is time complexity. Clear? Space complexity is O of 1. Why it is O of 1? Because we are modifying the same array only. Clear? Okay, got it. And there is one more thing. What we are doing here, we are incrementing the position of start and decrementing the position of end, right? So we have not done that. Okay. So it should say start should be going ahead and end should be minus minus. Got it? What did we do here in this diagram? Once the swapping of data is happening, so initially we were here and initially we were here. Now, once the reversal has happened, my start pointer has moved forward, my end pointer has came backward. So this was the thing that we have missed in the logic. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Now, if anyone asks for efficiency, because in the interview they're not expecting us to give you single solution, they're expecting us to give you, okay, this is your time complexity, this is your space complexity, what can be made better there. The question is always that. Got it?
Yeah.
Clear? Any doubts so far?
Yes.
So the next question that I wanted to ask you is, what other approach can we do here? Like we have discussed the two approaches, right? We have discussed the two approaches, right? What can be the other approach? What you can believe?
Sorting the array, then reverse.
We are not talking about lexicographical sorting. We are talking about only reversing the data on basis of index position. Clear?
Mhm. Understood.
Third approach is using collections dot reverse. So what we'll do here, this is also in place reversal, another in place reversal concept instead of using two pointers. So what we do here, let me take the original array. Clear? Now what we'll do, I will say list of integer equal to L4 L3 equal to arrays dot as list of original 3. Now what is happening here? Now what is happening here? It will accept an integer. So what is happening here? This when I say arrays dot as list, it will not accept an integer. It will not accept this int because primitive data types are not allowed as part of the collections. So for now, I will use the integer array, the wrapper class. Clear? I will say collections dot reverse of L3. Then reversed array is using collections dot reverse. This is also another popularly followed algorithm. Clear? If you don't want to use two pointers, if you don't want to use any traditional approaches, this is one of the ways. But the only challenge is you have to use the wrapper class. You cannot use the fundamental data types. Clear?
Yes.
But this function internally uses any of the above approaches, right, Rahul? Reverse?
Well, if you can see here, we are just reversing the list here. Okay. Same two
Okay.
pointer concept only we are using here also. But the only thing is we are doing it at the collection level. So instead
Yeah.
of you writing it, they will take care of it.
Yes.
Okay. Like
Okay.
we don't know the state of the interviewer. Like thing is in programming questions, we don't know what interviewers think for us.
Yes. He might ask instead of using the functions, the
Right,
original.
using some inbuilt functions they might ask. So we are in a worse state to be frankly speaking. If we go with one approach, we are in a worse state to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clear? Any doubts so far?
Rahul, can you just explain what is this as list?
Was Srikanth, yeah. So for starters, people who are new, so array.asList means converts the array to a list object. Okay,
Okay.
this is part of collections library.
So first you are converting the array into list, and
List,
again you are doing
then again I'm reversing the reversing the values based on the insertion order. Then it will update the original array. So what happens here is this is the in place sorting. So whatever activities that you do on this L3 will impact the original array also. Okay.
Okay.
Because most of them 99.5% people, whenever I ask them what does this arrays dot list do, means it convert to a list object. Correct, great, but what happens next? No one will answer. So the next question that we ask is like whatever I do in L3, it will impact in original 3. 99.5% people say absolutely not. But it is the thing. We are just creating a view of the list. We are just storing the arrays in a view of the list. That doesn't mean that the original array is not disturbed. That is why we call this as in-place reversal.
So the
These are the,
existing array remains same, only the list is being reversed.
yeah, we are just changing it to list and using the collections concept. Got it?
Okay. And is there any default function in the arrays directly to reverse the array?
No, you have to use another functions for that. There is a default function, but you can add that library or not. Okay, give me a moment. I have to go through this. If you want, Apache Common Lang. This is the library where we have some advanced library functions. I am not working with a Maven project currently, so I have to add the jar file manually. Wait. Yeah, just give me a moment.
Rahul, one question meanwhile you are doing it. So when we will print both of them, this L3 and original L3, will it both print the reversal or only the L3? If I have to print original L3, will it also be reversed?
One sec, Priya. I'm just trying to add this library. I'll answer your question.
Okay.
I never add the libraries manually. That is a challenge. Okay. Now, what is the fourth approach? Using common. Let me finish this approach here, then I'll come to your question. Using common slang library. What I will do, I will say array utils dot reverse. Simple. One single line, and you're done with the show. Okay. This is a word. Let me say original 4. Clear? Any doubt so far with the fourth approach? There is one more approach called as int stream. Like I'm thinking whether to go for that approach or not. I don't know how many of you can pick this up. I'm not so sure, but there's one more concept using streams. So let me give it a try. If it works out, great. Yeah. For people who are new to streams, just don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We will discuss in the we have not gone through the streams classes. Don't worry. We will discuss this soon. Yeah. Using streams. So what I will do here, I will say int stream dot range 0 comma let me say int original 5 equal to 32, 10, 67, 89, 23. Okay. Original 5 dot length. Clear? Dot map. Okay. I will map to an object, or I will say clear dot to array. I want to store this in an integer array. So let me use a method reference. Great. So what we are doing here? Using streams. Clear? This is
So
using strings. So this is
we
like a declarative way. Clear?
yes. So we're using creating a map and using lambda function.
Yes.
So, but can we also use for each here?
Why do we need for each now? If you want to reverse an array, for each doesn't work, right?
Yeah,
For
like
each,
we can.
that for each is used for, it's like a consumer interface. Like again, there is no operation again, right? So it's useless to continue. Okay.
Okay.
So I have to store it back in another array, right? I don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
continue.
yeah. Remember, yeah.
So box means converting int to integer. Clear? So these are the 5 different approaches that we can use for reversing an array. Because in the like, I am only personally giving a lot of interviews to a lot of recruiters. So when I given the interviews, they were asking like the same. Like this was one of the question yesterday in the interview. They asked me, like I don't want to discuss other interview questions, but I wanted to explain this question. They were like, okay, you are using traditional approach, but time complexity is used. Can you give me another approach? Well, I given them. Can you give me better approach using strings? Well, I have given them. So gone are the days for one question, one solution. Clear?
Yeah.
So these are the different ways that we can solve this kind of a question. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubts so far?
Why we are converting this int to integer to wrapper class?
Just to using wrapper classes, that's it. Just to store it in an integer array, that's it. This is not required, but just I'm doing it out of box. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but we can still use int and do it same way,
Yeah,
right?
you can use int and do it. That is not a problem. So what is this int stream.range? Why are we using this? Is because I have to generate the index positions, right? I have to
Yeah.
generate the index positions. So the same index position, I'm passing it here. Got it?
Yes. So it's a
So
key value pair thing, right?
I mean, you can understand like a key value pair, but in a stream, how do I know in which index position I have to store the values? You got the point?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So 0 is
Like what happens when I say in stream dot range 0 comma original length 5 dot length? That means take the values between 0 and 6. Okay.
yeah,
Whenever it is range na, dot range is inclusive of start index position and exclusive of end index position. Clear?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
what we will do again when I say 0 comma, what is original 5 dot length is 7. So 0 comma 6, pass each and every index position. So what I want to do, I have to store it in a new array, right? So what I'm doing, I'm mapping the values. That means whatever values I'm getting here, map it to the 0th index position. Whatever value I'm getting at first index position, map the value at the first index position. Got it?
Yes.
So map it. So that is the beauty of streams. We are writing the code in a declarative format. You'll not even realize what we have done. Since we have followed the above three approaches, this looks pretty easy to understand. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, Ramesh and all. Ramesh, Saiti, Avi.
Rahul, one more question. When
Hmm.
we storing int index and then we saying original 5, meaning the last one, put it in the index 1, right? 0 position.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And then how, okay, so because it's a lambda function, it will do it for every
Yes, yes,
in,
it will take care of it. You don't worry about it.
okay, and then it will just print it because you're converting it to array and then
Hmm.
convert
Yeah.
it. But we
Yes.
can do without it as well, right?
Sorry?
We can also do without converting, right?
Yeah, yeah. Without converting, you can do. I'm just giving an additional tip. That's it.
Okay, okay, okay. Understand.
Clear? Any doubts so far? This is another programming question. I got it in the recent times. In one of the companies which I had it on Friday, they were asking me to explain what is decorator pattern and all. They're asking me to explain what is decorator pattern, how do we use it in Selenium and all those things.
Sorry, what declarative pattern?
Decorator design pattern is just like, I'll give you an example. Like when you go to an ice cream shop, you buy some chocolate ice cream. On top of that, you use the toppings, right? What are those toppings? Like they are your decorators, right? Like if you add some nuts, the cost is different. If you add on top of that chocolate syrup, the cost will vary. You got the point?
Yeah, yes.
That's called as a decorative design pattern. So that's popularly used in Python. Widely, it is used in Python. In Java, it is used, but not that much because Java mostly relies on the strategy design pattern most of the times and observer design patterns. Like there are total 35 design patterns that we have globally. In that, Java uses hardly 7 to 8 proper design patterns if we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Okay.
design pattern interview question where after I finish this next week, I'm planning to cover one more sorting algorithm. After that, I will discuss some design pattern based questions so that you'll understand better. So the question we had was, I mean, I've shared this question to some of them, but I'm just repeating the same thing again. So what is the first non-repeating character here? Can anyone tell me?
Okay.
K.
Yeah.
So what would be your approach in solving this question? I don't want to solve it. I want to know your approach. Suppose if this is the something given in the interview, how will you think it? Among everyone, every person in the room can answer this. It's not only specific to some people who have already attended something like that.
We create a set because it does not include duplicate, right?
Well, if you create a set, the problem is every duplicate will be erased. But in this, I want to know the first non-repeating character, right?
Yeah, if we convert it into hash set, it will only have. Oh, okay. It will not know. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Mm-hmm. So I want to know what is.
So we have to compare first with second,
Mm-hmm.
compare then second with third. If it is repeat, then neglect it. and if it's not, if then it reaches to C and K.
Okay,
Okay.
Aman. So there is
Yeah.
one more challenge, like this character
Uh,
repetition, whatever is
Rahul, here what we can do is let's have two strings and just take the first character and then compare with all the characters in the second string.
Okay, great.
And then if the match is found twice, then it is a double thing. And if it is not matching, that is the first thing that is occurring.
Okay, tell me your logic. Now I'll say I have one more string called as h4, which is equal to g4. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what I have to do now next?
The first character at G4.
Then I have to write one more loop, right?
Yeah, two loops will be there.
Yeah. So what I have to do here? If this is what you're
G4.
trying to say?
Yeah.
G.
And we have to traverse through all the characters at
Yeah, that is fine. So
H4.
if g4 double equal to h4, what I have to do now?
Store
If it
it
is
in some.
equal, because we don't want that condition, right?
So you
Because
have
it
to put not equal to them.
because I mean if it is first, so it will be equal because both the strings are same. The next character which is there, if it is same with the first one.
Okay, here there is one more trick, Charashila, that the
Okay.
repeating character need not be subsequent. It can be anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have to compare it with all the first character. We have to compare it with the all other characters, right? So we'll do second loop. Will convert. Will check J0 with all other characters, right?
Okay. Let me do one thing. Okay. Let me do one thing. Great. So
Can
what I
we
will do
do the
is,
count of each character?
yes,
And
that's the right approach. Now
Should
we
be
are
there.
falling on. Yeah, now you guys are coming in the right approach. Let me go for a hash map. Okay. Great. Now what I will do, map dot put clear. That means what I'm taking the character that is present at the ith position, and I'm checking if that particular character is not present in the map, increase the value by 1. Okay. If you have understood the map concepts in the map classes, so what we are doing here, I am checking if that character, if that character is present in the map or not. If the character is not present, it will return 0. If the character is already present, it will return the count as something 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So on top of that, I'm increasing to +1. So what does map.getOrDefault does, guys? For people who have attended the hash map, what does map.getOrDefault does? Yeah, Charashila, Ria, Nandini, Ramesh, Saiti, what does this map.getOrDefault does for you? Now, if I try to print a map, what will happen? As you all guys said, you'll get the count of all the characters. Perfect. Now, in this, what I want to know, I want to have the list of keys whose value is 1. Got it? Fetch the list of entries whose value is 1. Clear? Map.entrySet. So what does map.entrySet do? It returns in the form of set of entries. Dot stream dot filter, I will say s dot get value double equal to 1. Okay.
Okay, we're using a filter.
So it will, in that case, we print the for which it is not, for which it is only one, right?
Yes. So I'll be storing this in a list of map.entries. unique entries. Yeah. Now let me bring the list of unique entries. Now how many values are there? P equal to 1, R equal to 1, K equal to 1. Got it?
Yeah.
Now we will do the comparison. If entry dot get key is my original string. First non-repeating character is entry dot get key. Then I will terminate the program. Okay. Great. The first non-repeating character should be K. Okay. My bad. I have to reverse the loops. Then only it will work out fine. Okay. Clear? Any doubts so far?
Rahul, why we doing this thing? Why we using a loop?
I have to compare, right, with the unique entries.
Yeah,
So,
what are we comparing? Which comes first? This one.
so first I will iterate over the complete string. Then in the inner loop, I will iterate over all the entries. Got it? Now what we are doing here, whatever the character that I got at the first index position, I'm checking if it is matching with the given entry. Got the point?
No, what is given entry?
What are the list of entries? What are the list of unique entries? P equal to 1,
Yeah.
R equal to
Yeah.
1, K
Yeah.
equal to 1. Perfect.
Yes.
So what we are doing here? Now we are comparing character by character. I'm checking whether this value is matching with any of the entry set. No, right?
No. Okay. So when it matches K, it will pick it up.
Yeah, when it matches K, it will be eliminated. It will stop the execution. Got it?
Yeah.
I'm comparing this character with the set of entries that I have. I'm comparing this character with the set of entries that we have. I'm comparing this character with the set of entries that we have. Once I see a K is matching, so I will kill the loop. Clear?
Okay.
Is this clear? Any doubts?
Can you go down to the same logic again where you're using the loop for?
Yes.
Go through for loop you're doing, and then we're doing
For
map.
every character in the string, you have to check whether the string is present in the given entry or not. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
If by any chance that particular character is matching with the given entry, given set of entries, stop the execution. Clear?
Okay. And then this says map entry character integer is greater than entry unique entries.
This is not greater than, this is for each loop.
Oh,
If
it's
you,
a for. Okay. Because you haven't put each, so I was confused.
Each is not used. In for each, we don't use the word each.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a lambda function. Okay, now I
There's
understand.
no lambda here, first of all.
Oh, this arrow, what is
We have remember the part of generics map.entry. What did I tell you in the map classes? Each map, each key value pair is known as an entry.
Oh, okay. It's a key value pair.
Okay.
Okay. Ish, we have to use everything together. Okay.
Yes. Or else, let us try one more approach. I know this sounds too much horrific. Unique entries dot stream dot to get the list of keys. Clear?
Yeah.
I'll be getting the list of keys dot collectors dot joining. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what it will print for me. PRK. Okay, great. I know what to do. Unique data.
Unique data.
G4 dot replace all. Well, this is a bad approach. Regular expressions से काम नहीं होते. I just tried something else, but it's fine. Fine, that's not a problem. Okay. So these are some functions that we use it. Clear? So you can use this kind of different functions and we can solve the question. So in the next class, we will be discussing one of the most efficient sorting algorithms which works in huge sets of array, that is called as quicksort. Okay. We will be discussing those quicksort based questions and we will see. Yeah.
Okay.
The next session is next Saturday only. Discussed about the on computing. Quick push. Great. So all the Git repo links are present in the group description. Please check the group description. You'll get it. Great.
Okay, sure.
Great. Please check the pinned message as well as the group discussion, group link, group description to get all the details about the videos, meeting link, and all the stuff. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thanks, Sharshila.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thanks, Saiti. If you have any doubts, you can stay back. If you don't have, you can drop the call. Great.
Sir, we have to watch videos for the sessions of insertion sort of and all.
Yes, you have to watch, right? Because
Mm.
those were covered as part of the previous classes. Like you are not part of that part when you join. So just go through the videos as per the playlist. Because we always compound our topics, and there are some topics which we combine. Like I might have not discussed for you guys, but you will learn soon, like even down the line. Okay.
Yeah, the collections and streams I didn't get it.
Stream, those are all advanced topics. Like
Yeah.
what the most of the people have learned the streams part already. That is why they are able to
Okay.
catch.
Yeah, I
So,
understood.
and even the arrays also, you guys don't know it, right? So it's fine, totally fine. Like whatever we know about arrays in YouTube videos is not that we use it most of the time. We keep on changing it. So once we deal with more programming questions, we'll understand how to solve it. Yeah.
I understood.
Rahul, in that playlist, some 3-4 videos are there, I think.
Yes. 4 videos are there.
Okay.
4 to 5 videos are there. So it'll be to Monday. This team will upload this video.
Okay. Okay, Rahul.
Okay.
Actually, the
Okay.
thing that dot value of something you used, right? So those are, I think, bit new.
Those and all might be new for you, but I told you every Java fundamental is very important because the other set of students, they were part of my previous Java batches, like
Yeah.
part of other Java batches, and they were practicing every day. Like whatever concept I'm discussing, they used to practice every day. They knew that every concept, whatever I teach, I can mix them up because they have a demo of if I mixed up with a design pattern, they understood that what will happen. So they practiced every day, and I recommend you also to practice every day. Every concept, every small concept is important. Even if a constructor, this keyword is there, method chaining is there. Don't forget it. Do practice it. Every small function, everything is important, valid, because we never know what we will use at that time. Okay,
Okay, Rahul.
clear? Great.
Yeah.
And I'll see you all on Monday.
Okay. Thanks, Rahul.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.